former Blue Band member Lee Ryan, 39, appeared in court today to appeal against his conviction for drunkenly assaulting a police officer during his arrest, for telling a black flight attendant, "I want your chocolate children." Ruling that Lee could withdraw the plea, Deputy Chief Magistrate Dan Ikram said, "There is a feature of this case that makes it slightly different. Mr. Ryan was diagnosed with ADHD. He has subsequently been diagnosed with Asperger's. One of the challenges that people with high-functioning autism can have is slow processing of information and responding inappropriately to what is said." Mr. Ryan was advised. He received that advice as an instruction. "In these circumstances I am in real doubt as to whether it was an informed admission of guilt or a following of instructions. It would be unjust not to allow him to withdraw his guilty plea." Lee entered a second not guilty plea at the hearing and elected to be put on trial. A decision on whether or not he will face a trial will be made at a fresh hearing in July. At Westminster Magistrates Court on Tuesday, Lee claimed he had received bad advice from his solicitor Mike Reinford before pleading guilty. Kima Payton, who is representing Lee, confirmed that her client suffered from autistic spectrum disorder and had slow processing skills leading to impairments in understanding what is said to him, according to a psychological report. Payton also told the court that text messages sent by the singer on the day of the hearing suggested he was made to feel like he had to plead guilty by Mr. Reinford, even though he, PC Bryant, had me by the neck. Ms. Payton said that body-worn footage had not been presented to the pop star until shortly before his court appearance, meaning he was unable to properly consider it before pleading guilty. Lee said while giving evidence today that he initially denied assaulting the police officer at a hearing in November where he admitted to being drunk on an aircraft, saying, "I didn't do it, I didn't bite him. That's why I pleaded not guilty." He said that afterwards, his solicitor assured him that the assault charge would be dropped before the next hearing. "I found him quite dismissive and rude, quite condescending," Lee claimed. On the morning of his next hearing in January, scheduled for trial, Lee said he was shown a video of him in an altercation with a police officer, which the singer claims he had been begging Mr. Reinford to see for months. Lee then claimed his solicitor made him feel like he had no choice but to plead guilty after watching the video. "I asked him if there was more time because it felt so rushed, and he said there was no time," Lee told the court. It had become very clear that he either didn't care or just wasn't prepared. "I realized Mike wasn't great. He wasn't doing his job properly, there were warning signs." Describing the moment he pleaded guilty, he said, "I couldn't believe the words coming out of my mouth. There was no conviction, it wasn't true. I was being made to do it." When asked whether he assaulted PC Bryant, Ryan said he was acting in self-defense, claiming, "Who is that guy that died recently, George Floyd, because a police officer choked him? That's what he, PC Bryant, did to me, he choked me. He tried to strangle me." It comes after a hearing in January 2023 heard that the singer was slurring his words and staggering around after drinking a bottle of port before a British Airways flight from Glasgow to London City Airport on July 31, 2022. After being refused more alcohol on the plane and told to return to his seat, the hearing was told Lee made comments about a cabin crew member's looks, calling her a chocolate cookie before grabbing her wrists. Police footage showed Lee snarling and swearing at PC Bryant after allegedly biting a PC as officers attempted to arrest him when he arrived at the airport. He was found guilty at Ealing Magistrates Court in January of racially aggravated common assault by beating and behaving in an abusive way towards the cabin crew member, while pleading guilty to assaulting a police officer by biting him.
Now